All right, super. Well, hello, everybody. It's so nice that you were able to join us today. This must be a pretty exciting time in your life. A little bit of confusion, I'm sure, a little bit of excitement, and I hope today we can get some of your questions answered. You're here with the Faculty of Science as well as Bethune College, and so I hope that you're all science students, and if you're not, you're still welcome anyway. There we go. My name is Paula Wilson. I'm the head of Bethune College, and I'll explain what Bethune is in just a minute. Also, we have with us today Professor Wang. He is the Dean of Science. He's the Dean of the whole Faculty of Science. And we're really, we're honored to have him with us today. In addition to the two of us, we have Mr. Hugo Chen, who's the Director of International Collaborations and Partnerships in the Faculty of Science. And we also have Ms. Daniela Escopar, who's a Special Projects Assistant in the Faculty of Science as well. So that's who's here to talk to you today, and we hope to answer all of your questions. Just to let you know what we're going to talk about or how we've sort of organized this session. We're going to begin by having Dean Wong give us a welcome, welcome you to the Faculty of Science. I'm going to then just talk a few minutes, and probably I'll try and keep it short, just talking about how science and Bethune are organized to help support you as you begin your first year at York University. And then we're going to finish with questions, and I'm sure that's where most of you will have are hoping for to get some of your questions answered. And I believe this is the last session, so if we run past 4:30 or whatever, don't worry, I'm happy to stay here as long as necessary to answer all of your questions. So I'm going to start by inviting Dean Wang to welcome you, and I'll stop sharing my screen now so you can see Dean Wang.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. Thank you, Hugo, and for all the people behind the scene to organize this event. I'm just wondering whether we can turn on the camera so every people can show up their face and we can match the name and the face. Is that possible? Or you prefer to not showing up your face, give us a surprise? That would be fine too. Anyway, I'm from the participant list, probably we will have 15 to 18 international students with us at this moment. This is a great time. I know this earlier today, you already have a few hours orientation session and talk about the general situation at York University. This is really, we create this opportunity for you to meet us at the Faculty of Science so that we may discuss with you about your specific questions, concerns, excitement about this faculty. Always the time when we welcome new student is the excitement is mutual. Not only you, but also us. And I just cannot help think about when did I become an international student to Canada? That is back to 1986. 35 years ago, almost like yesterday. And I came from China, landed also in the month of August, and I landed in Edmonton and for my graduate study at the University of Alberta. It's a huge, huge thing to me. It's not only the culture shock, but also there are many complex feeling and challenge all together. So it's no wondering when you are here and you probably have the same or even stronger mixed feeling about at the beginning of your academic career at the Faculty of Science, York University. That complex feeling is not helpful because the COVID only made things worse. But that's fine, you know, is really the true character can only be tested in the real moment, real critical moment. This is that critical moment. You have been waiting for this moment last year, and we have been waiting for you since last year. Now, finally, we got here. Whether you will be in person or you will be online for now, you officially already become a member, a family member of Faculty of Science. I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you. And I know at the beginning, you have 100 things to do. Registration, accommodation, understand the culture, and prepare your academic career. See, all these things, you can see there's excitement. There's also anxiety. You are not alone. Take that deep into your heart. You are not alone. You are away from your family. Now you have a new family here. And you have your new family member and day and night with you at Faculty of Science. So in that sense, if you feel kind of anxious to start, so be it, all justified. Your anxiety, your stress, all justified, yes. And that's new life to start it. So when we talk about orientation, and I also try to say, the orientation is not only for you, but this is also orientation for our faculty, for our staff, for our administration. We need to understand, we need to know you, our new international student, better. So we are learning. In a sense, it's real, that's the true things. We are learning from each other. Not only York University is new to you, but you are also new to us. So there may be, sometimes there will be the challenge, and the only thing to do it is we face the challenge together. You may make a mistake. We may also make a mistake on the way. So no one is perfect. No one can fully understand the whole process. Make sure there will be error-free. If there's an error happen, so be it, and let's change it. If you knock that door and you didn't get the assistance, the help you expected, bring that up. Bring that up. We are here to support you. But when we, I mean, our faculty, staff, administration people made a mistake, that can happen. So bring that up, and we correct them. So don't be afraid. You can always find the email address, contact information, either in person or in virtual email, on all other ways, social media, and contact each other. So I'm thinking really at this moment, Faculty of Science is in a critical time. We just finished our strategic plan for the next 5 years. In our strategic plan, student is in the center, student is in front. Everything we plan to do and we want to do is to make sure how can give our student, including international student, you are here, the best academic experience. So I'll give you an example. Faculty of Science, currently we are spread on the York University campus, probably around 5 or 6 buildings. We occupied a huge footprint, but we still have a challenge about space. So when Faculty of Science come together to think about if we want to solve our space issue, what would be the priority? The consensus and the decision is student need is the #1 priority. We want to make sure, although we're already in a very good shape, is ready to welcome new students, but we still want to make things better, including student study space, academic counseling space, and interaction space. So this gives you an example. and where's our focus. And this year, we also launched a pedagogy innovation program so that we can encourage our faculty members to improve their education approach, the way how to teach, and how to make sure the student gets the knowledge they want. Again, surrounding student need. So, having said all these things, I really want to make sure we are on the same page. We are here to serve our students, and you are here to help make our Faculty of Science a better home, not only for you, but also for the future student. Altogether, we want to achieve our academic goal for both you and for Faculty of Science moving forward. Thank you very much for joining Faculty of Science, and I'm so happy, and I also want to say congratulations to you. You made the right choice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dean Wong. We really appreciate that, those kind words and thoughtful words too. And it's an interesting point that you sort of know how all of these students feel right now because you've been through it, and that's also really important. And you're very sensitive to that, which is great. I'm going to just pop back to my slides if I can, just to help me stay on top of things. I hope you can all see where we are. So I know that you all know your science students, so you know that you're a member of the Faculty of Science, of course, but you might be wondering what Bethune College is and how that fits in. And at York University, York organizes itself around a college system. And the colleges actually just are there to help create smaller social and academic communities. And they include staff members and students, of course, as well as faculty members and professors. So you create smaller communities within this larger community, which is the university. York has about 55,000 students, so it's a big place. And it's easy, especially when you're new, as you all are, to sort of feel a little bit lost at first. And so you can think of Bethune College as sort of your home away from home. So all students who enter the Faculty of Science are automatically become members of Bethune College. So we are also, just as the Faculty of Science is here to help you and to get you off to a good start at university, we're also, the people in the colleges are also here to help you get off to a good start. And I'm not just the head of Bethune College, but I'm also a professor in the Department of Biology, and I've taught first-year biology for many years as well. So the faculty members you find at Bethune are pulled from science and engineering, as are the students. Professor Wong already referred to the fact that you're in a transition now, and it's one of the most exciting times of your life, but it's also can come with some challenges. That sort of sense of being in a new place with new people, not sure where to go when you have, when you need extra information or you need some help, etc. So there's a certain amount of challenge that comes with this time as well. And that's one of the most important things in terms of priorities for Bethune College as well. So the focus at Bethune over the last several years has really been to help first-year students make that transition to university, as well as being, of course, a place of social activity, et cetera, for all of our students, and providing programming to all students. But we really have sort of a special interest in students who are transitioning into first year at university. So how does science in Bethune help? How can we help you along the way? First of all, the Faculty of Science has an advisor who is dedicated to international students and students who are doing distance education. And this is our advisor here, Miranda. And you can contact Miranda at sciadvise@yorku.ca. So you can get a hold of her anytime you need academic advising or you have questions. And sometimes it might be that you need information about something and you're not sure if she would have that information. You can still use the email, because if she doesn't know, she can direct you to the people who can actually provide the help. So don't be afraid to reach out when you need it. The other important thing coming up, and I hope you've all received emails about it, is academic orientation. And science, academic orientation for science students like yourself is organized by Bethune College. So we help get you kick off the year and get you off to a good start. This year, not surprisingly, academic orientation will be online. So you don't have to worry about where you're supposed to go. And you'll find all of the information about orientation at the EClass site. You should have been sent the link by email already. We'll be sending more emails, so keep an eye on your email if you haven't found it. Or you can always go to the Bethune website and get information there. Once you get into EClass, you'll see this course, which is called Faculty of Science Academic Orientation, and that's where you'll find all of the orientation information for September 3rd. Why, you might be wondering why would
I think health definitely needs a little bit more time if that's possible.
Yes, definitely. Apologies if you got cut off. Do you want to go into rooms again for a few minutes?
Paula, I think you are muted.
Yeah. Sorry, can you put us back in science? We were just we're running behind as well.
Yeah, and health probably needs about another 20 minutes.
We are back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to wait a couple seconds until we get.
This is just like a lecture breakout, right? And
that was a
take a
surprise.
few minutes break.
There we go. I'll just wait a few more minutes. Okay, I think we're all back now. Sorry about that. I'm going to move back again. So I just wanted to make you aware of orientation. Orientation is also an opportunity for you to meet departmental members, the people who run the department you're affiliated with or who run the program that you're in. So if you're a chemistry major, you can meet opportunity to meet with the head of chemistry or the director of the chemistry programs, etc. So that's and these will be live sessions. You also will have the opportunity to meet someone else who's going to be, I hope, a useful person to you this year, which is your mentor. So all first-year students at Bethune College are assigned a more senior student to act as a peer mentor. This is a senior student who's doing very well at York. They know how to navigate the university and the Faculty of Science. And so they're sort of like a big brother or sister. This is the first time, this is going to be it might be for some of you, your first friend at York, someone you can turn to when you need a little bit of help, when you're not sure about how to do something, you need to, add a course, drop a course, you're not sure, or you want to just talk to somebody about something that's happening at York, then you can contact your peer mentor. So that will happen on September 3rd as well. You'll meet that person. And then the university will have a special welcoming ceremony for all new students as well.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but since we rejoined this breaking room, I cannot hear you. So is it just me or anybody else facing this problem?
Thank you for letting me know. Can everyone else hear me? Dean Wong, can you hear me all right? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
So perhaps you can raise your hand if you cannot hear me. I think we've got some, if you use your reaction.
I'll try to rejoin then.
Okay, sorry about that, Arshia. All right. I just want to talk very quickly about the fact that Bethune College has a number of programs that are designed to help students, especially first and second year students. We'll talk more about that at the orientation on the orientation website. So again, I encourage you to check that out. But they include things like peer mentors, as I've already mentioned, free tutoring in a number of courses, pretty much all the first year science courses, as well as special study sessions for each type of course where you meet other students in the course and study together with the guidance and help of, again, a peer, a more senior student who has taken the course in the past and has aced it. And there you can meet new friends, but also learn how more effective ways of studying as well as just mastering your course material. So keep an eye out for those kinds of programs as the fall goes on. One thing I think that's especially useful to international students is the Writing Center. So we have a Writing Center, which is run by Dr. Catherine Allen, and she provides one-on-one meetings with students to talk about their writing. So this is all, again, free to you, especially for those of you who may have English as your second language or third language. You might be a little bit unsure, you're in a new academic environment. How do you go about writing a lab report? How do you organize an essay? How do you start writing, and what's important to put in an assignment, particular assignment? So for any kind of help like that, feel free to reach out to the Writing Center and organize an appointment. And Dr. Allen asked me to let you know that if the possible appointment times don't work with your schedule, or you may not always be in Canada and you may need, maybe in a different time zone, you can always contact her and she's happy to work with you to find a time when you both can meet. All right, and again, we've got more information about these other services and supports on the academic orientation website. I just wanted to give you a couple tips for success, whether you like it or not. And the first is, you've heard it a million times now, but don't be afraid to reach out, right? That's what smart students do, is they make sure they get the information they need, the help they need, and access to the resources they need. So please use the facilities. If you're not sure where to go, these are 2 emails you can start with, and we should be able to direct you to the right place for your information or whatever else you need. As you go into this new academic world, you may be in a new, obviously you're international students, this may be a new culturally in terms of how one learns and how one completes assignments, etc. Just make sure you're always mindful of how you're supposed to complete assessments or assignments. So you'll find at this university, every course is different. Some, you may be writing lab reports, you might be writing assignments, quizzes, tests, exams, doing work projects with other students. And each one of those will come with it a different way in which you're going to be graded or assessed. Sometimes you'll be encouraged to work with other students and figure out and work on answers together. Sometimes you'll be told you're to do your work here by yourself. Sometimes you'll be told, use the internet all you like. Other times you'll be told, closed book, no internet, no talking to other students. So really make sure as you have assignments and tests that you know the rules around them and make sure you follow them. And that's the best way, of course, to make sure that you have a very positive outcome. One of the most important factors we're increasingly aware of, and especially now during the pandemic, is the importance of health and well-being and caring for yourself. So you're going to be really busy, right? You're going to be online a lot and sitting still. Don't forget to create time for yourself. And there's different kinds of well-being. So it's not, you want to make sure you're getting exercise and eating well and getting lots of sleep, but also be mindful of your mental and emotional health, your need to interact with other people, your friends and your family, your need to take time out and give yourself space. So always be mindful of that. If you feel, again, that there are moments where that's not working for you, or you feel like you're having challenges around any of those types of well-being, don't forget to reach out. And finally, there's a lot of studies that show that successful university students are often those that are most connected to the university. They're involved in giving back and contributing to university and life, and they enjoy and feel like they're really a part of this family. So I encourage you to get involved. It actually leads to, again, a better sense of well-being and happiness at the university, and ultimately better success. One way to get involved, there are all kinds of activities and events, etc., offered by Bethune. So I encourage you again to visit the website and take a look and explore to see what's there. There's so many ways to reach out to students and interact with other people and give back to this community. So that's it for me. If anybody has questions, feel free to ask them. I'm going to get out of here. I think the chat window might be the easiest way to do that. Do you agree, Hugo? Is that okay? Excellent. Okay. And Hugo, do you want to monitor the chat, or would you like me to do that?
Yeah, I can monitor the track, and then now and Reza is here, and also they can able to help.
Okay, super. All right.
There is a question about when will they see courses on the EClass website?
Right, I can answer that one. So the courses become visible when the professor makes them visible. And so when that happens will vary by course. Some of them may be visible now, some may be visible in the next few weeks. Usually they're all opened and visible before the first class. But sometimes there might be somebody who's having, sometimes there are administrative things, or they have glitches with the EClass. So it might not be until the first day of class, but normally it's by the first day of class. I should also let you know that once you enroll into a course, you don't automatically see the EClass. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours to be able to see it on EClass. So don't worry if you just enrolled and I can't see the website, then students start to panic. give yourself about 2 days and it'll show up.
There's another question that says, are the classes online or offline this fall? And if it's online, what about international students who don't make it to Canada till then?
Yes, do you want me to answer that, Dean Wong, or did you want to? Okay.
Sure, you can answer that one.
So there's a variety, some classes are in person, some classes are online, some classes are a mix of both. Most of that information, you can get some idea of how each course you're enrolled in will be by going to the course offerings website at the registrar's office, which is where you look at your classes, the courses that are available from the university. If it has an in-person component, it says so normally in that course description. There's information there that tells you about that. What about students who don't make it to Canada? So again, if you're planning to come and you're just delayed by a week or something, you can contact your course instructor once your class opens and you've seen the course outline with contact. If you're not planning to come to Canada at all, then you should choose courses that are entirely online or remote, so you know that you're fine to complete the course. Is that good enough? I don't know if anybody else has anything to add.
They also added specifically for biotechnology.
So for biotech, one of the courses you'll be taking is first year biology. First year biology is entirely online. You'll also take first year chemistry. I'm pretty sure first year chemistry is entirely online as well. I believe in math, there's a mix. Some math courses will have some in person, but I'm not sure about which course is which. So again, you might have to go to the course website or the course offering site of the university in order to do that, in order to double check on that. It's a good question. You're welcome, Janev. I'm going to see if I can get the website for that while we're waiting. Does anybody else have a question?
They also added if that includes laboratory.
Yeah, so for biology, for sure, the labs are online. I think physics has some in-person labs. So it will vary by course. I'm afraid it's not, first year biology, all labs are online. Here's the place that you can go. I just put it into the chat. The link to the course offerings website where you can check out each course and look in the notes. I think they have a special notes off to the right, and they usually tell you if there's going to be some in-person course or parts of that course as well. The other thing, of course, obviously, is that once the course website is available, you should look in the syllabus if you want the details. The syllabus or course outline will be posted on the course website, and that will normally have everything you need to know about how the course is going to run. Oh, do all our courses have equal weight? Oh, sorry, is it okay if I ask, Daniela? Okay, so here's a question. Do all our courses have equal weight? They can have different values. So you might have a 3-credit course, a 4-credit course, a 6-credit course. So there's a number associated with each course that tells you, I guess, how many credits it is. If you're doing a full course load, it's normally 5 courses per term, and it usually adds up to 30 credits. So the answer is no, although most courses, like if you're taking a 1-semester course, have the same value, which is 3 credits. Some that have laboratories, maybe 4 credits. So it's a little bit higher weight.
And maybe I can just add, there's no difference between in-person or online. If it's a 3-credit course, doesn't matter in-person or online, all the 3 credit.
Yeah. All right, does anybody have any other questions that haven't been answered yet?
Oh, there's one more question in the chat. Glory also asked, is it possible for me to take courses outside of my major?
Yes, for sure. In fact, you have to take courses outside of your major. So all science students have to take at least 12 credits, which would be like 4 one-semester courses outside of their major. And most of those courses come from LA and PS. They could be history, philosophy, social science, humanities, etc. So we do want you to take some electives outside of the Faculty of Science, and that's because we believe in a well-rounded education.
There's another question that they ask. I am a master's student. I have chosen courses for fall 21. However, I'm also going to be a TA and I haven't been assigned to a course yet. What if I have conflicts with my classes and TA duties? Do you consider my current schedule when assigning me to a course as a TA?
I don't believe that when assigning TA-ships, we're not looking at what courses students are taking, and generally speaking. However, usually TA-ships, you're part of a team. And so if there's, for example, if you're going to lead a laboratory, be a lab demonstrator, if you've got a class at one particular time when a lab's going, there's probably another, you know, in first year biology, there's about 72 laboratories running. So you'll be assigned to one that does fit your schedules. So usually there's some scope. If you're a grader, marker grader, then you've got, you know, you can do most of your marker grading on your own time, and then the schedule is not an issue. So usually there's a way to work those things out. If you're concerned though, you can always touch base with the graduate program assistant in your program and talk to them about that, because they'll know who's assigning the TA-ships. But generally you don't have to worry about it. All right. Okay, do we have any more questions? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Hi, Paula. I think maybe we can take one more questions today. And so if the student have more further questions, feel free to send us an email. We're happy to address.
Yep.
I think they have a last question coming in. Danielle, maybe you can.
Yes, sorry. I have one math course which is not online. I will be in Canada when the classes start. However, I will not be able to attend the courses for at least 2 weeks quarantine period. Should I drop it or talk to the professor about it?
I think I would try and contact the professor. In many cases, although there's an in-person component, there may be a situation where that in-person component, you may be able to make up for that if you just miss 1 or 2. If you're planning to not be here at all semester, obviously you should choose a different course or a different section. So if you're worried about it, you can look for a totally online section because there are multiple sections. If that's not possible though, I would contact the professor as soon as possible to let them know and see what they say. Okay. All right, so I think that's the end of the session for today. We've already run quite a bit over time. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope it's been helpful. Don't forget September 3rd if you're an undergraduate student. This isn't for graduate students, but undergraduates should make sure they're at orientation on September 3rd. And again, we'll be available to answer your questions. I put the email in the chat here if you do have additional questions as you know, between now and then. So thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dean Wang, and thank you, Professor Wilson, for today, and also Danielle and Reza to monitor for today's section. So thanks. Looking forward to seeing you guys on campus as well. So in the meantime, don't hesitate to reach us if any questions. So stay safe. Take care, everyone. And we will also make today's section online. So you want to reviewed it, the question we answered, feel free to, we will send you the link after. Thank you so much.
Bye now.
Bye now.